Welcome to the PBVG Gamescast. My name is Steve.
Rich.
Well,
and we are the passionate playing video gamers. That was a short mo. Serious.
I think I gave a lot last time.
So. Yeah, neutered.
It got cut.
Yeah. Oh, are they in a jar in the kitchen?
No, Heather's purse.
They're with her at all times.
She buys me liquor, I'm happy.
In today's episode, we are going to talk about the Atari finally released an image of their new console, what we think about and what other video game console designs do we like and not like as very much. But we will start off with Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer being shown at the D23 Expo over the weekend. And the big reveal was Toy Story. Had a Toy Story level opened up in the bedroom, then there was a fight in the bedroom, then it went into the front yard, and then it was in a toy store, right? Was that the last part in the toy store where you actually was in a robot machine and it went into first person view. And I've never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games at all. I haven't even seen it. I've just seen online. I've never even seen anyone play it before. I know you guys are fans of Kingdom Hearts. What was your impressions of the trailer? Mo.
I do like that they're showing a lot more first impression of the actual fighting without cutting too much off, because in the previous like trailers or demos or whatever, it was just like a quick snap and
they'd show you the boss, but like nothing was fully rendered. Just to show you the scope of the battle and stuff.
So for them to actually go into like the actual scene and then show both Woody and Buzz Lightyear, and then also them being a part of your team, like what Rich was saying earlier, is that holy shit, they're doing like the whole 5-team thing. It's not just
three party members.
Yeah.
So in the first and second one, it was you and three, or you plus
it's
two?
You, Donald, and Goofy. But whenever you go to a world, there's whoever is the main character of that story, like Aladdin or something, will be there. And then they will. Some of the characters could be summons, but there's always one character that can join your party, and you can switch out one of the other two.
Yeah.
So if
to substitute,
you would throw Ariel in there, and then throw Donald.
Is
out.
she a character?
Yeah.
You can play.
Yeah.
Why haven't I?
But it's only when you're on her world.
I would just be in her world.
Like you couldn't go to the Jungle Book and take her over there.
She's probably the one anime character that I would love to bang. Is Ariel.
Well, this derailed quickly.
Wow.
Just to let you know of my fetishes, what I enjoy.
There's something fishy about your answer.
I didn't talk about Kingdom Hearts.
So in the gameplay trailer, it showed your big character and then 4 around. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they showed about 4.
So
it's a total of 5.
So they never had that.
No, it's only been 3.
It's always been a total of 3.
Okay.
Sora's the main one that you control, and the others are there, but you kind of play off of their techniques.
The one thing also I liked, since they were incorporating the total of the 5, showing all the 5 together, they didn't condense the fighting space. They actually kind of opened it out. Like even in the front lawn, even in the bedroom, there was enough space so you don't have to keep it condensed. Because I remember they had those narrow corridors and what is it?
Twilight Town.
Yeah,
Traverse Town.
Traverse Town. Yeah, and it was narrow corridors, and you're like, holy shit, just too much happening in just this condensed spot. Like how they opened it up, at least for the 5 characters.
Well, when they started doing that float ability and stuff, you needed to, because that was good to chain combos.
Yeah. I do like one other thing where they showed how he's able to change weapons or from...
Where he had those guns and stuff?
The guns. From the arm, he was using like a Buzz Lightyear arm or something like that to... Well, Woody would have helped him with like a ability of whatever weapon he was using. I don't even know if it was a lasso or whatever it was.
Kind of makes sense.
But it was pretty cool how they just kept changing from the Keyblade to that.
At the toy store, and they get in the mech.
Yeah, from the mechs.
Yeah, changing up the gameplay style.
Yeah.
I like that element, because that's one of the things you're not familiar with. Whenever they go to a different world, your characters kind of change to meet that. So when you go to Atlantica for The Little Mermaid, you're all mermen. Or like Goofy isn't he like a turtle?
I don't remember.
Is that what it was?
It's been so long.
Yeah, and then you've got the fishtail legs as Sora, and then that makes sense because you're under the sea kind of thing. But then when you go to like Toy Story, they were obviously action figures. Yeah. So I like that kind of thing. So
they don't look out of place.
Yeah.
They match the world that they're...
Exactly. Or when they went to the Lion King, he became like a little...
like a little
Simba.
cub. A little cub.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting.
Which our Pink Ranger is going to be in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jasmine?
but they casted fucking Will Smith as a genie. You fucks.
I can see that.
Fuck
Yeah,
Will
I can see
Smith.
that.
What?
Fuck Will Smith.
What's wrong with Will
Damn.
Smith?
That's some big shoes to fill. I don't think Will Smith is capable.
What? He's totally good at improv. And he's a guy that can be... You can see him doing drama, but he's known for comedy. One-liners.
Hate him.
Jesus.
Hate him.
Fuck, somebody watched Jersey Girl this week.
Jersey Girl.
Yeah, sorry. That's for the Smodcast right there.
Anyways, yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Rich, but back to you. I just got, the Pink Ranger got me excited that she's going to be in Aladdin.
I'm more of a Becky G fan, but I understand.
Okay. So what were your other impressions of the Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, it was a lot more polished than I expected, or at least that level. That was a good way.
Well, after how many
to
years of
present that.
development, it better be fucking polished.
Well,
They've had some changes though in
they
production.
did. Yeah, they were explaining that in that
Production,
interview today. So
That was some of the holdup. There was too much shit going down with. Basically, what was it like? One producer handling way too much, and they had
yeah, and they were delaying the hiring of staff and stuff.
So,
but,
and that came into play, so that's why. But
well, and he's doing all that design work on Final Fantasy 15, anyways. So.
yeah.
I hope they fix the story because it's kind of out there. It's a lot of it started from a good place, and then they just kept expanding, and now it's one of those like you need to trim the hedges and get it back to it's like a bonsai tree, like you've let it grow out too much, like you need to sculpt it a little bit more.
And I know one of the producers said that the gummy ship
Yes.
is coming back, or it was already in the first two, but it's not in like the portable ones.
Yeah, and
They
they
took
didn't
it
really
out of the
maybe-
portable ones.
yeah, and they didn't really push it too much in the second one. But the first one is just how you get between the different Disney worlds. And then it was modifiable because there's a mini game that happens when it's doing the loading. So you would, I'm going to put an extra cannon because I've got these extra gummy pieces. And you would, now I've got 2 laser cannons on the left wing and 1 on the right. And that'll help me, shoot all these targets while I'm going to the next world.
Yeah.
Then you get bonuses or gear if you hit certain milestones. And then you use that on your character when you land. So it was a fun little diversion.
And have you played the first 2 and the other ones as well? Was they released like 2.8 or
They
was
released
it
them on the
2.8?
remasters. Heather's playing through the first one right now. So she's gonna do everything, and they put the crazy thing on the remaster. They put them in order and what order
Yeah,
they're supposed to go.
that's hard to-
So that
in their
helps.
timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the timeline. So it goes from 1, 2, 3. But it's a crazy fucking timeline. It went as
Yeah,
ballistic
'cause
as Zelda.
technically
almost.
the last game that came out is actually a prequel to the first game.
Yeah.
That has a whole group of characters that's separate from Sora's story, which is the start of the series. But the main character that will be, I'm guessing they were talking about there's going to be another playable protagonist. I'm guessing Aqua's going to be that.
Yeah,
It'll be
Aqua.
Sora and Aqua will be
Yeah.
the 2 that you control in 3.
But yeah, so they started going like what Rich was saying, all these routes. And it kind of got as confusing as the Zelda storylines too.
Well, you have things
Were
where
there like 3 different branching storylines? for
Well,
Zelda?
and the whole thing is that it's the main storyline is that basically if they take your energy, your soul, your heart out, you become a heartless, and that's the enemies in the first game. Okay? So they're trying to explain that whole thing. Then in the second one they introduced the nobodies, which is basically your brain, but you don't have any kind of substance. So then they had that. So now you get these 2 warring factions plus yours. Then they throw in this conspiracy theory, and you've got people that are messing with memories, which is the Chain of Memories game. You get your own doppelganger, which you have your own Heartless, and you have Roxas, who is a computer-generated version of Sora that
Yes.
is... They're apparently trying
So-
to resurrect him. See how confusing it is
I have
already?
no idea what the
It's
fuck you're
crazy
talking about.
Neither do we. We played it. So that's the problem. It doesn't make sense.
You need like an instruction manual for this. So Toy Story is joining the worlds of Hercules, Tangled, and Big Hero 6, which has been confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 3. So what are your favorite settings that you guys had in any of the previous Kingdom Hearts games? What was your favorite world that they...
Mine would have to be Halloween Town with Nightmare Before Christmas. That was like probably one of the most awesome. Their
you go to
costumes were
Christmas Town,
awesome.
too,
Christmas
yeah.
Town and Christmas.
Which
Town.
game was that in?
Two.
And the second one?
Yeah, second one.
So A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
Jack Skellington was
Says
your
the substituting character that he joined. So
Yeah.
it was the costumes for both for all three, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, were just pretty awesome.
He got like this whole emo kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like he looked pretty
Donald
badass.
looks like he's possessed. He's got like dark eyes, like with smoke and fire kind of coming out of him and stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And Rich, what about your favorite level?
Tron, because that's the first time that they really. I thought that they changed the gameplay up enough too, where you had the light cycles and stuff like that. I was like, okay, you're going beyond just the hack and slash RPG kind of stuff. You were throwing in some other elements, which like the mechs. When I saw that, I was like, you guys are understanding that you can do more than just the standard.
Was that the first time they ever used the mech before? Like with
that's the first time that.
Used...
And I think that's one of those that it gives you a reason why that world would be more important as opposed to it's just a reskin of the other stuff. That's the best thing about it is every time you go to one of these other storyline worlds, they do feel like different entity kind of things because there are subtle changes to things, so it does feel like a new experience.
It does.
It's a brand new chapter in a book as opposed to, you know how many levels it's like, oh yeah, this is the one where I go through the hallway of the castle to the left, and then I go to castle number 2, and this time I go to the right. But it's basically the same gray walls, and I beat a couple demons, and I get to the end. No, this was it. There's times where it's all puzzle based, and then there's ones where it's almost like a run and gun kind of thing, and then there's ones where it's very combat.
It's a variety
diverse.
It's diverse.
And then there's ones where it's pretty much just like dialogue. Like there's hardly any interaction, and they mix it up.
So we got which one was Tron in?
2.
Dang.
Yeah. And I think it was in one of the mobile games. I didn't play that one.
I didn't play any of
it. They put that one in there, but I don't think it's Sora's group. I think it's Aqua's group encountered it.
Might be.
Yeah.
So what is the next world that they haven't, or any worlds that you would want to be in? It doesn't have to be Pixar. They just announced Toy Story, but what world have they not that they would have a license to that they can go to? Mo, what would be a world that you would want to
I would
play?
still stick with Pixar. I would like to see Brave.
Brave?
Yeah.
I was actually very impressed with Brave.
Yeah.
And took me a while. It was like a few years after until I saw it because instead of watching Brave, Rich and I saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It opened on the same night.
Yeah,
we always went to the midnight.
Yeah.
And
what? It looked like it was going to be awesome.
So we saw Vampire Hunter. Yeah. Lincoln Vampire Hunter instead of Brave. So it took me about 3 years.
Listen, he set our people free. I will always appreciate that. Forget the Civil War. He stopped the demon hordes from taking over this country.
Yeah, that was a good night. We got a lot of points after that movie. Went right across.
But I'd like to see Brave in there. I mean, they could do a lot with that title, with the whole, something with I forgot the horse's name. But they could do something regarding to that. It's also doing like a over the head shooter, like running through the fields or whatnot, and then incorporating her as one of the characters, or adding as they showed that they can have more than just 3 people or 3 characters at a time. It'd be pretty cool, incorporate that.
Brave and Rich. What would be the setting you would want to play?
I'm gonna cheat. I got 2, but one of them I know they won't do. I know they won't do, so I'll lead with that one. Wreck-It Ralph. Because that is the perfect example of what this game hits with everybody because it's a crossover between the Disney properties and the Final Fantasy characters and mechanics. So when you throw in that, maybe I throw in some Street Fighter stuff, or and the Disney princesses is a key component of the storyline, especially in the first game. So what they're doing with the second movie, like we were talking before we started, that's an interesting avenue where you could promote that movie but also do something new that's in the game world. I like that idea, but of course these other companies probably wouldn't sign off on it.
I loved Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
And if we ever get a time, and if I ever get him drunk enough, Mo does an incredible Zangief impression where all night at work he just did Zangief before the release of that movie.
So funny.
Yeah, what would be the one that you would want to happen? You said
my own personal favorite growing up, Robin Hood.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I want to see Robin, just because that was my favorite Disney movie.
The Men in Tights?
No.
Oh.
The one with the foxes.
Yeah.
I like Men in Tights.
Yeah, but that's not a Disney movie.
No.
That's a Mel Brooks movie.
No.
Which is another. Get Mel Brooks in there. If we could have Spaceballs.
Yeah, they should do a game on Mel Brooks movies. Blazing Saddles.
They already did. It's called Spaceballs the Game. Did you not?
What?
Spaceballs the Game.
Oh, in the movie. Oh. My bad.
Pull out Spaceballs the DVD. I'll pull up.
Yeah. Or we just pull
Spaceballs
it
the
up.
visual guide, and we'll go right to the time.
Or we just pull it up and we watch us play.
Yeah. See, now you got it.
There we go. Now I got it. Yeah. Try fast forward through this video, which I bet some people already tried to.
Watch the ads. I want my quarter before I die.
So Kingdom Hearts 3 was revealed in 2013, and in that gameplay trailer that they just showed, a release year of 2018.
Yes.
For PS4 and Xbox One. The original Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002. The second one came out in 2005 on the PS2, and then it was remastered on the PS3. So 13 years later, the third one.
Yeah, but they've been doing other stuff.
They've been doing some other stuff.
They kept it going.
The side
Plus the remasters, which that's the other thing you don't understand, because it's Square Enix. They give you in Japan. They do the regular release in Japan, then they release it in North America. And North America usually has one more scene than Japan did, and then they add another scene or sequence beyond that, and they call it Final Mix, and that never comes to the States. So you either have to buy a translated copy or one of these remastered editions where they refer back to that stuff.
In the remasters, they included the final mixes.
Yeah, but normally in the U.S., you wouldn't get these actual like Ultima bosses and stuff like that. That was a big thing in the in Kingdom Hearts 2, is they put in like Ultima weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy. So,
and I never played any of the Kingdom Hearts, but I would want to do Monsters Inc. I think that would be fun.
It would be fun.
Now, do you want Monsters Inc. or Monsters University? Do you want to be more mature, but they got boring 9-to-5 day jobs?
Well, that's another midnight show that Rich and I went to, is Monsters University.
I didn't get to see that one yet.
Yeah. So Sarah and I went to the World War Z at like the 9 p.m. showing, and then the midnight for Monsters University. Because I know Rich isn't down with those type of movies.
Yeah, not a horror fan.
Yeah. So yeah, we can talk about all the midnight movies we've been to. Monsters University, Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Fantastic.
Yeah, we went Fantastic Four. Talk
Right.
about a horror movie.
I don't want to.
But I did not.
And I don't mean because of Cronenberg kind of stuff. I mean because it was so bad.
Please let us know in the comments below what you felt about the Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay trailer showed at the D23 Expo, and which worlds would you want to be played in the Kingdom Hearts 3 game.